Not at all.
Wonderful. Can't get the hang of that at all.
Very nice.
Nice to see you.
Lovely. Very nice.
I'm bookended by two very handsome men, I have to say.
Arlene, how you could say that?
I know. Anyway, hello, welcome to the 1993 Hogmanay party. And we're better to celebrate than the magnificent Glamis Castle in the heart of Angus.
I've never seen a bigger room and kitchen.
Of course, home to the Earl and Countess of Strathmore. And of course, to kick us off, we really need an apt song. So I think...
An apt song. Well, Strathmore, Arlene, not quite so easy. So I've settled for Strathire. Johnny, that's not too far away,
That's
is it?
near enough, you'll get place money. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Morrison.
There's meadows in Lanark and mountains in Skye. There's pastures in Elands and lowlands for by. But there's nae greater luck that the heart could desire than to herd the fine cattle in the bonny Strathire. And it's up in the morn and the water the hill, when the lang summer days are so warm and so still. And the peak of Benbordick is girdled with fire, and evening falls gently in the bonny Strathire. And there's a mirth in the shearing and love in my breast, when the sun has gained moon and the kye are at rest. And there's money a prince would be proud to aspire, came a winsome wee Maggie, the pride of Strathire. Her lips are like rowans in bright summer scene, and mild as the starlight the glint of her keen. Far sweeter her breath than the scent of the briar, and her voice is sweet music in the bonny Strathire. Set Laura by Colin and Maggie by me, and we'll dance to the skell of the pipes wild and free, till the moon in the heavens rising higher and higher bids us sleep on fresh bracken in the bonny Strathire. There's some in the tombs of the lowlands seek fame, and some a gang soldier in far away their aim. But I have my cattle and bake my in fire, and love my in Maggie in the bonny Strathire.
Thank you very much indeed. What a pleasure it is to be here all with you in Glamis Castle. Now, a time very important for us because we're just waiting for the irrepressible and inimitable Mr. Johnny Beattie. Come on, Johnny. That's it.
Thank you very much. Ladies, how nice to be here in Glamis Castle with all your friends. Are you going to help us tonight to sing and dance our way right into 1994? Are you? Oh, it's wonderful. We've got all kinds of wonderful dancers, the dashing white sarge at the 8th Summer Reel, the Gay Gordon. Of course, we don't call it the Gay Gordon now, it's the Jolly Gordon, we call it. But tonight it's live music, not a karaoke machine in sight. And you all know what karaoke is. That's Japanese for the band hasn't turned up. But it's what this is a time, isn't it? A time for a new start and a new beginning. Like the old boy says to his wife, he says, you know, darling, when I shave in the morning, I feel 20 years younger. She says, I wish to God you'd shave at night. But all over Scotland just now at this very moment, Hogmanay, the countdown starts. But it's serious. The countdown in Glasgow is really serious, you know. Now let's see, that's 6 dozen cans of lager, 3 dozen cans of export. Well, that should last us to the morning, I think so, yes. And it's marvellous. As long as you don't, if Emily's going to be drinking, please do not drive. Don't drink and drive, because you'll spill it. Don't do it, you know. But seriously, don't do it. Like the boy driving back from a big party last New Year there, and he's all over the rain, and the rain in the road, puddles, and he's hitting one pavement and then the other, going the wrong way up a one-way street. The policeman stopped me and said, "Excuse me, where are you going?" He says, "I don't know, but it can't be up too much to rock him and back fair." He said, "It's a one-way street." He says, "I'm only going the one way." He says, "Didn't you see the arrows?" He says, "I didn't even see the Indians." And the policeman asked that question they always ask. You're sitting in the car. "Are you the driver of this car?" He says, "Well, it's automatic, but I've got to be here." The policeman says, "You think you're a clever guy?" He says, "Well, I'm not standing out there in a puddle." And people get sent to medal at this time. They look back in the year, you know, maybe an unhappy year again for the royal family, although Princess Diane did make the gesture. She bought Prince Charles a nice Christmas present, a video, Home Alone 2. And politicians in news, Virginia Bottomley, she caused a furore because she had Marks and Spencer open the shop before trading hours so she could shop and not meet the public. And next year, Oddbins are doing the same thing for Oliver Reed. But this is a lovely time of the year, it really is. I mean, everybody's going to enjoy themselves, and the things that are happening, I mean, it's incredible, you know, these astronauts up there, you know, fixing the Hubble telescope. What technology? They sent astronauts up with tiling experience to put new panels on the side of the telescope. They sent glazers up, glazing it to put new solar panels. They sent plumbers up a month previous to put a notice on the door, "Sorry we called, but you were out." And they were asked to put new infrared lens on the camera with very strong magnification to try and locate legendary historic places on Earth. One was going to be focused on the Atlantic to see if they could come up with the legendary lost city of Atlantis. One was going to be in the Amazonian jungle to try and discover the fabled city of El Dorado. And one was going to be zooming in Cambuslang to see if he could find a new Celtic stadium. But it's wonderful at this time of year, and especially for the old people, you know, it's marvellous, you know, that the old boy goes into the nursing home, you know, and he's a wee bit kind of frustrated, not much happening in conversation. He says, "I'll get things going here," and he crossed the lounge the first night. He says to this old boy, "Hey, you, how old do you think I am?" He says, 77. He says, "I'm 85. He says to another old boy, "How old do you think I am?" He says, 73. He says, "I'm 85. He said to this old lady, "How old do you think I am?" She says, "Come in a wee bit closer, son." She grabbed him, threw him in the carpet, made passionate love to him for about half an hour. That's how long it took. Then they come up for air. She says, "You're 85. He says, "How do you know?" She says, "I heard you telling these other two blokes." But you know, when these astronauts were up there looking at the Hubble telescope, they could see the weather down here on Earth before we even got it. You wonder why they come back, don't you? They can tell when a storm's coming, and tonight we have a storm coming in the nicest possible way. She is a star of many musicals, a lovely lady, a lovely voice. A joy to introduce Rebecca Storm.
Forget these wide-eyed fears. I'm here, nothing can harm you. My words will warm and calm you. Let me be your freedom. Let daylight dry your tears. I'm here with you beside you to hold you and to hide you, so say and turn my head with the summertime. Here beside you. Promise me that
here at Glamis, but how are people celebrating elsewhere, like the Granite City, for example? Well, Robin Galloway is in Aberdeen, no doubt joining in the celebrations.
Arlene, you are so right. Celebrations with a capital C. Just look at it, the place is really, really buzzing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because I know you're staying up late. Well, I am anyway. It's hogmanay from the Granite City, the centre of the universe, famous for its major exports of oil and fish and David Robertson. We've got a great night in store here, and you've got the best seat in the house. Our first feed tonight will be none other than the size 9 of Andy Gray, who of course is Chancellor in City Lights, and Bridie McRoberts from Take the High Road. They'll be joining us on stage a little bit later on. This is the centre of the universe, the main gathering point for hogmanay in the northeast. And it's even more poignant tonight because we are on the eve of Union Street 200. 200 years in existence and the most prosperous high street in Britain. Okay, we're showing off now, aren't we? Quick commercial break, then we're back to Glams. See you back here in Aberdeen later. Bye.
Thank you so much. It is the time of pantomime when all is said in rhyme. In pantomimes all over, they're saying it all the time. So, as I roam the castle grounds upon my country rambles, a troupe of strolling players I found. They call themselves the Campbells. Way!
God Lizzie Lindsay. Oh, will you gang to the Highlands with me? Will you gang to the Highlands, Lizzie Lindsay? My bride and my darling laughter and gladness and glee, for our guile has brought home Lizzie Lindsay, his pride and his darling to be. Will you gang to the Highlands, Lizzie Lindsay? Will you gang to the Highlands with me?
To announce that you are all in for a wonderful musical experience. We have managed to persuade the world's greatest tenors to join us here tonight at Glamis Castle. And here they are, Jose Carreras, Placido Domingo, and Luciano Pavarotti!
Woodsman, Hawkeye, you know, we've come to sing to you.
Hail Caledonia,
from the land of Macaronia. We're the kings of melody, as good as Callum Kennedy. You're talking through your hat.
We're not as good as that.
Very true, but we do have a large repertoire. And since we're singing here, we'll sing to you the songs of Scotland. We'll sing to you the new Scots songs, the tunes we all adore. The words seem strange, but they've got to change for 1994.
There's a tunnel neath the channel that joins England onto France, and the roads in Kent are clogging up for miles. So if you live in Scotland and you want to go to France, you'd be quicker going by the road to the Isles.
There's a dump for nuclear rubbish just outside Granny's door. How many heeds has your cat got? 'Cause Granny's cat's got 4. A paper comes to our tune to every single Scottish tune, and Scottish folk they wick to troon. They read it greedily. It's D.C. Thompson's constant boast that paper's read from coast to coast. The sexy, saucy Sunday Post, the paper o' Dundee. Big Robert Maxwell was nae too bonny, that 22-stone clown.
He swore he'd go down in history. Well, he certainly went down. But where's the pension fund of 100 million quid? Though folks say that you can't take it with you, you get the feeling Maxwell did.
Speed, ferry boat, you'll soon be nae mair. This is a last goodbye. Concrete and girders soon will be there, over the sea to sky.
Isle of Skye, where stillness and peace for thousands of years have reigned. When there's a bridge and more people cross, what will this isle have gained?
Well, lager, lout, litter and Radio 1, that's what will multiply. With hundreds of bikers doing a ton over the bridge to Skye.
Do you ken yon peel that the doctor said would settle my tummy and cure my head? Well, I took one of them when I went to my bed, and I felt bloody awful in the morning.
Do you ken yon peel that keeps me alive, that I've got to tack if I want to survive? When I get them on prescription now, they're £4.25. Look, I think I'll just die in the morning.
In the Western Isles, morale isn't high since the council invested with BCCI. Now there's nothing for breakfast, there's nothing to fry, since they put all their eggs in one basket. Gordon Brown,
John Smith
and Robin Cook
are the stars of the Labour Party.
But Scots MPs aren't all like that.
Not everyone is a smarty. George Robertson looks soft.
Dennis Canavan's daft.
And what's obvious mair and mair is DL's awa, DL's awa.
DL's awa with the fairies.
Peter.
I'm so excited.
Yes, I know.
1993 is almost
It's
at
on
an
the way.
end.
It's
I know,
on the way.
it's terrific. It's great. Now listen.
Yes.
We need to know what your wishes are for 1994.
Wishes, wow.
Yeah, Johnny.
Well, I mean,
What do you wish
seriously,
for next year?
wish for next year. Well, it's got to be peace everywhere, you know, for everybody, and especially our friends in Ireland.
Peter?
Well, since Johnny's making it serious, what I would say, 1993 was a terrible year for an awful lot of people. And my real wish would be that 1994 would be for them 100% better. How about you now?
I agree totally with both points of view, and also health and happiness for everybody.
Quite
Indeed.
so. Yeah.
What about traditions, though? Because, of course, New Year resolutions.
Oh, Arlene, New Year resolutions. I never pay any attention to New Year resolutions. As far as I'm concerned, it's in one year and out the other.
Oh, dreadful!
Johnny Beattie told me that.
Blaming me for it, are you? Blaming me for it.
Okay, what about your resolution?
My resolution is a night out with you, Arlene.
Oh, here, tell me.
And if our man finds out, he'll kill us.
Enough of this, enough of this. We're going to Aberdeen to see how they're enjoying their celebrations as we near midnight.
You're just in time. Here we go. The countdown is about to begin here in Aberdeen.
So we want everybody who's tuned in to Grampian TV to be able to hear that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year from Aberdeen. I'm honoured to officially welcome 1994 Aberdeen 200, Lord Provost of Aberdeen, Tim Winers.
say 1994 is a birthday year in Aberdeen. It's Union Street's 200 years. And I want everybody in Aberdeen to be involved. And from Aberdeen, in Union Terrace Gardens, can we say to everybody in Scotland, have a happy, prosperous and healthy 1994.
Thank you. And of course, to those of you who are listening throughout Scotland, come and visit us at some point through 1994. There are a great number of special events commemorating Aberdeen 200. But now, would you welcome our special first footers tonight, Andy Gray, Bridie McRoberts.
Let's hear for the new year. Come on, let me hear ya. Okay, now listen. Just a second. Someone's actually, the police have just arrested someone in the crowd because they were too sober. I'm sorry. And that's the kind of new one. Everybody up the steps there. Hello. You won't believe it. Aberdeen is absolutely mobbed. This place is mobbed this evening. And Bridie's never had a Scottish New Year before. What's it like, Bridie? Tell us.
Very exciting. I'm just so pleased to be here. Hello, Aberdeen!
Tonight, I will explain to Bridie tonight what Scottish New Year traditions are, because she thought your first foot was a sexual milestone. It's not black bun, Rosetti sat too near the fire. And she told me that her pet name for Snedden is Shorty. Woo!
I wonder why.
Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't had my New Year kiss from Bridie yet, so if you excuse us. Sorry, I had a curry before I left. If you excuse me, a New Year kiss from Bridie.
Right, what we're now going to do, are you going to sing the Northern Lights for us? Let's hear it.
The Northern Lights. It's a chorus, a verse, and a chorus. Indeed, that means nothing to me. A chorus, a verse, and a chorus. We're going to get it. No.
Right, you start.
You ready? Do you know the Northern Lights of Aberdeen? Okay. The Northern Lights of Aberdeen.
Somebody can't sing over there. Thank you very much for joining us live. All the best from everybody here in the heart of the Granite City. 1994 has arrived and it's back now to Glamis with their dancing Strip the Willow. See you later from Aberdeen.
From the City of Dundee Pipe Band and Drum Major George Miller. Thank you very much for first footing us here at Glamis Castle, and of course the traditional dram. Can't even say it, there we go.
Best of hell.
Best of hell.
Thank you, Arlene.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you. One. At the halt. Roll. 1, 2.
and the leaves are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows among the blooming heather. Will ye go, laddie, go, and we'll all go together to the wild mountain thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will ye go,
true love he has gone. I will surely find another where the wild mountain tide rolls around the blooming heather. Will he go as he go? And we'll all go together to the wild mountain tide all around the blooming heather. Will he go as he go?
I will build my love above my own blue crystal fountain.
And on it I will shower all the flowers of the rising.
Will he go as he goes? And we'll all go together to the wild mountain tide all around the blooming heather. Will he go as he goes?
Will he go as he
At this time of the year, it's out with the old and in with the new, and it's always exciting to introduce new talent, new Scottish talent. Here's a young lady from Forfar, brilliant young accordionist. Please, a big hand for Arlene Stuart.
And now it's time for more music as we head to the billiard room in the castle to join an up-and-coming young man from Edinburgh by the name of Craig McMurdo and his band for a swinging number called A Man's Best Friend is a Bed. Woohoo!
Comfortable bed where I can really spread out and all that. Take it from me, Ed. A man's best friend is a bed. I want a big fat pillow that's softer than a bellowing cloud for my head. Take it from me now. The best headpiece ain't a hat. Well, a friend will ditch you, a horse will pitch you, a cow will give you lots of grief. A dog will bite you, man, your wife will bite you. But if you want some genuine relief, just get a great big comfortable bed where you can really spread out and all that. Take it from me, A man's best friend is a bed. Ha, ha, ho. or sailor, or anyone who's been without. What do they miss most? What thought is foremost? No, sir, you're wrong. It's just a great big comfortable bed where you can really spread out and all that. Take it from me, Ed. A man's best friend is a bed. Well, if you dig me, Jack, you'll hit the sack. This ain't no junk, boy. Hit that bug. Take it from me, Ed. A man's best friend is a bed.
Thank you very much. You know, at the start of a new year, people get very sentimental. Here's a very moving song. It's all about flitting. Granny Fraser's flitting from a Boyne to Aberdeen. Yay! Out was on a Monday morning, how well I mind to sing. My Granny Fraser flitted from a Boyne to Aberdeen. The village ought to do to see my granny on the road. The horse that couldn't pull the cart. You should have seen the load. There were armchairs, bathchairs, rocking chairs at wheel, ladles, cradles, the brabadoo the wheel, woolen shawls, mothballs, chili fans and jars, grand paneer calates and eat my granny's chest of there were glue pots, stew pots, Bonnie Valley ducks, wee pots, teapots, granny's chili ducks, flower pots, what not you know the kind of mean. My granny Fraser flitted from the Boyne to Aberdeen. Oh, Sam McNabb, the policeman, he called for volunteers. It was the first time Granny had his shaken hand for years. To get the donkey moving, every man had played his part. But halfway up the hill, the bloomin' wheel came off the car. All the village back for Geordie Brook, he laid the 20 stone. He lifted up the curtain until they got the wheel back on. He got the load securely tied amid the scoffs and jeers. When my granny left the Boyne, they gave 3 hearty cheers. 3 cheers for my granny. Hip, hip! Hooray! Hip, hip! Hooray! Hip, hip! Hooray! I'm sure my granny must have heard that. She's no dead. She's nicking laying off the roof. There way. Armchairs, bathchairs, everybody clapped. Ladles, cradles, back-a-doo. Wool shawls, mothballs, chili fans and jars. Grand paneer calates and eat my granny's church up. There were glue pots, chili pots, Bonnie Valley ducks. Teapots, teapots, granny's chili ducks. Flower pots, what not you know the kind of it. Granny Fraser flitted from a Boyne to Aberdeen. Granny Fraser flitted from a Boyne to Aberdeen. We wanna get to know ya, wanna hear you say hello. We're shouting out, hi-de-hi, you'll shout, howdy-ho! And we you, Johnny lad. I'll dance the buckles of my shin with you, my Johnny lad.
I love this glorious castle. It suits me very well. I've made the Earl an offer, but he doesn't want to sell.
And we you, Johnny lad. I'll dance the buckles of my shin with you, my Johnny lad.
John Major is retiring. He's taken up a hobby. But who will be Prime Minister? Oh no, it's Mr. Blobby!
And we you, Johnny lad. I'll dance the buckles of my shin with you, my Johnny lad.
He said, have another whiskey. Do you always drink it neat? No, sometimes I let my shirt hang out and sick with stoking feet.
And we you, Johnny lad. I'll dance the buckles of my shin with you, my Johnny lad.
For Celtic Football Club, this year is full of hope. Their chairman is Ramsay Nisbet, and their goalie is the Pope.
And we you, Johnny lad. I'll dance the buckles of my shin with you, my Johnny lad.
On the oil tanker Brer, it ran aground in a crazy jaunt. 'Twas Shetland's worst disaster since the birth of Norman Lamont.
And we you, Johnny lad. I'll dance the buckles singing you a jolly lad.
The royal family crisis, the Queen's been on the phone. She says she'll abdicate and put her mum back on the throne.
And we you, and we you, and we you, jolly lad. I'll dance the buckle down and we you a jolly lad. We wish you all you wish yourself for 1994. Here's some advice on heating bills, just shut that blooming door. And we you, and we you, and we you, jolly lad. I'll dance the buckle down and we you a jolly lad. And we you, and we you, and we you, jolly lad. I'll dance the buckle down and we you.
Of this party, but what a brilliant way to start 1994, eh?
And an evening like this, Arlene, must finish in the time-honoured fashion with Auld Lang Syne.
Yeah!
Here we go! All acquaintance be forgot, and never from behind. Should all acquaintance be forgot,